Welcome to the Tuva Project. Today we're going to talk about determining claim type. We know that medical claims come in two varieties. There's institutional claims that are used to bill services provided in a facility setting, and there's professional claims that are used to bill services provided by healthcare professionals. Both of these claim types are built on different forms that have different data elements on them. For example, these are data elements that should only be on institutional claims. We have things like bill type code, DRG, revenue center code. Place of service is a data element that should only be present on professional claims. And healthcare data teams often get access to claims data where each claim is not labeled as institutional or professional. And so they have to use the data elements present on the claim to determine what kind of claim it is. But often, an individual claim has data elements from both institutional and professional claims. So we don't know if the claim is institutional or professional, and it's not trivial to determine that. But it is important to accurately label claims as institutional or professional because the claim type can impact downstream analytics. So for example, we saw in previous videos that an ED encounter is created by looking at institutional ED claims, merging these institutional ED claims into a base encounter, and then looking at professional claims that overlap with that base encounter and using logic that depends on the claim type to merge all these claims into a full encounter. And similarly, for when we want to create an encounter grouper or a service category grouper and multiple other downstream applications, we rely on the claim type to join the claims in different ways using that field. So how do we determine claim type? Here's a simple rule that we use to determine claim type. The first thing we do is we look at the presence of any of these specific fields in the claim, and if the claim has a valid code from one of the elements on this list, we label the claim as institutional. If the claim does not have a valid code from those institutional fields and it has a valid place of service code, then we label the claim as professional. And if neither of those things is the case, we label the claim as undetermined. So if we use this basic rule and we look, for example, at the Medicare LDS dataset from the years 2022 and 2023, we see there's 17% of the claims are institutional and 83% of the claims are professional based on that rule. And this is a reasonable result. A rule of thumb I usually say is that we expect around 20% of claims in any given claims data set to be institutional and 80% to be professional. So this passes the reasonableness test.